Hey guys, Marco from Feel Like an Athlete here, and in today's video I am going to talk about stress and the impact that it has on your health, your training, your overall everything really. Stress is something that is hard for us to put it's not as tangible as, say, you eating good food versus bad food, or you attending the training sessions and not attending training sessions. It's a little bit harder to put our finger on, but it basically can be it can be a real issue if you're someone who's trying to set goals and trying to reach them, or you're someone who's trying to take care of their health and they're doing the majority of things right in, sleep, nutrition, training, some other things as well, but they're just unable to keep they're unable to manage their stress. So if you're someone who, like I said, is doing most of the things right, but you're not really reaching your goals, or you're having some issues with your body and you're kind of not understanding why, then you need to probably address stress. And heading into, especially here, well, I was just about to say here in Sydney, but I guess everywhere in the world Christmas is coming up, so that was a bit stupid. But heading into kind of the silly season, the busiest time of the year, for some people stress is going to be a lot higher at the end of the year as well, with work and stuff like that. So understanding where your stress comes from and trying to manage it, or trying to deal with it better. So if you are mainly someone that's stressed from the environment at work, then try and work from home. If you're someone who has a training stress, it might be the type of program that you're doing, or it might be that you are training is the stress, you are overtraining. Then you need to look at maybe pulling that back or deloading, speaking to a coach if you've got one. Hopefully you do have a good program where you do deload. So the stress can come from training. And then obviously we've got the stress that you put on your body from some of your lifestyle stuff. So obviously nutrition, bad habits, drinking, smoking, those are stresses on your body too. If you're someone who then doesn't sleep, that is also a stress on your body. All this stuff can then throw your hormones out of whack. And when your hormones are out of whack, then you're pretty much fucked. You're pretty much screwed. So then you need to, this is why I'm kind of making this video. I'm just rambling a little bit to I guess, bring to your attention the fact that stress is a really, really important thing to look after. And it's not just your training, your nutrition, your sleep. It is another factor. It's another part of it. Yes, it's something else that you have to look at and you have to manage. If you're someone who's highly stressed out, I would look at trying to cut down on your coffee intake, which I've spoken about before. Still continue to train, but maybe reduce the amount of really high intensity sessions that you do. Or if your program's like at a piece or a part of the program where you're at like 90 to 100% RPEs or percentages and stuff like that, maybe try to scale that back a bit. Try to understand that you need to, it's not, if you just keep pushing through, it's probably not going to get any better. You need to make a change in one of those parts in order to allow your body to recover and, I guess, essentially de-stress. They think, I've read somewhere that the only form of exercise that doesn't induce cortisol being the stress hormone, is walking. So I do get clients who just add in a walk every day. Try to limit the amount of bad stress you have in your life. And then you'll probably see a lot of people will find that they will start feeling better. So I really didn't have much to talk about today, other than stress is something that's real and it's important, and you need to look at where that stress is coming from and try and make just a really, really simple change, whether it's from your work, at home, training, your nutrition. Just pick one part of it and see if you can make an improvement. Once you've made that improvement and you kind of set with that habit, and you can move on to another part. All right.